Hi guys, I'm Brendan from Brendan Plays Games. I'm not going to be playing any games on this video. What I am going to be doing is fangirling about the Game Awards that happened yesterday and the fact that the Avengers 4 trailer dropped. It was 11 o'clock last night in Australia and like first thing in the morning in America, so it was like 10 hours ago now. But yeah, I just have a lot of stuff I need to get off my chest based on everything that happened. So yesterday, 11:30 a.m., which was the perfect time because I was off school and I was off work, to be home watching the entire stream of the Game Awards. I never got to do that before. I never get to watch like E3 or the Game Awards or anything like that. So it was absolutely fantastic. I think fantastic is going to be like my catchphrase. I say it all the time when I talk about stuff like this. I got to watch the entire Game Awards. I got to see every single trailer, every single award that they announced. And of course, the fantastic win by God of War for Game of the Year is the main thing I want to talk about. Everybody was going into this saying Red Dead Redemption is going to sweep it, Red Dead Redemption is going to win Game of the Year, Red Dead Redemption is just going to come out with all the fucking awards. And I was like, no, it's God of War, it has to be God of War. Red Dead Redemption is great. It was a fantastic achievement. It was massive. It was so well detailed. The story was great. The performance was great. The art style was great. Sound, music, everything about it was fantastic. God of War was just that little bit better. It was a much more fantastical story. You know, the lore, the world building, the art design, the characters, the story was the story of the God of War game is one of the best. It is one of the best, if not the best, video game story I've ever played through. All I really play is single player RPG story driven games. Final Fantasy, Pokemon. Not so much Pokemon, a little bit, it's not as much as the other, but Final Fantasy, Assassin's Creed, God of War, Marvel Spider-Man. I'm dying for Cyberpunk 2077 like you fucking read about it. It's ridiculous, but story-driven, single-player RPG games, narrative-driven games, they're the games I fucking play, and I can tell you, God of War just beat out Red Dead Redemption no end with the fucking story and the world they told in that game, and I lost my fucking shit when God of War won Game of the Year, and when oh mate, I can't remember his name right now, won for best game direction. I went off so hard because so there'd been three categories that God of War and Red Dead Redemption went up against each other. Voice acting, which the dude who played Arthur Morgan, well deserved, absolutely well deserved. I will not take that away from him. Chris, the dude who played Kratos, I thought he did a fantastic job as well. It was really 50-50 on that one. I will not take anything away from either of them. Absolutely fantastic, as well as Yuri, the dude who voiced Spider-Man. I thought it could have gone to all three of them. It could have been any one of them. Red Dead Redemption won out in art direction. They showed that award. Visual design. No, audio design. Sorry. Red Dead Redemption beat out God of War for audio design, which I thought God of War should have got because of this point from, I think it's Beat 'em Ups, a YouTube channel that I follow, talking about how Red Dead Redemption, all of the sounds in Red Dead Redemption, gunfire, you know, the walking, the horses, all that sort of is sounds that actually exist in the world. They just need to record that sort of stuff. Whereas in God of War, they had to create a lot of the sounds for the monsters and the giants, and you know, so many sounds they had to create to make the world whole. You know, they needed to put. I reckon they needed to put more work into it. But either way, you know, it's no offense, a minor award. It's not that big of a deal. And then when it came up to visual design, both Red Dead Redemption and God of War lost to the indie title. I'm blanking so hard right now, but I had a look at that game as well. That was well deserved on visual design, absolutely. I have no problem with that game beating out God of War and Red Dead Redemption, but between Red Dead and God of War should have won that, absolutely, hands down. So that was 2 awards to Red Dead, 0 to God of War, and then when God of War won Best Game Direction, I was thought, okay, God of War is still in with a chance, and they didn't reveal the winner of Best Action Adventure Game, which is basically would have just been a massive spoiler, because whoever won Best Action Adventure Game would have won Game of the Year, because 4 of the 6 nominees for Game of the Year were in action adventure game: God of War, Red Dead Redemption 2, Marvel Spider-Man, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And then it was Celeste, and who won Best Indie Title, and Monster World Hunter, who won Monster World Generations, whatever it was, won Best RPG. So those two nominated for Game of the Year won their categories, but it was really between God of War and Red Dead Redemption 2 who was going to walk away with Game of the Year. So they couldn't reveal who won Best Action Adventure Game because that would have just spoiled Game of the Year. So yeah, God of War won Game of the Year. Absolutely thrilled about that. Had so much fun playing that game. I was very iffy on that game before it came out. I'd never played any of the other God of War games, like, because they were really button mash, hack and slash sort of things. Weren't really my style. I was like, I'm gonna wait until all the reveals and reviews and, you know, friends of mine who played it get their 2 cents in so I can hear what's going on. And then, you know, a month after God of War came out and I'd heard all these amazing things, I'm like, okay, I have to get it. I got it secondhand off somebody off Gumtree or something like that, because I'm trying to save money. I'm a bit broke at the moment. But I went and got it, played it, and lost my fucking mind. And absolutely fantastic. Just an amazing game. I'm just repeating myself saying it's an amazing game, but if you played it, you'll have to fucking agree with me. Anyway, the Game Awards also, so many game trailers, new games coming out, things I never even heard of, some stuff I am really keen to try. I'm blanking on so many bloody names right now. I'm driving to school to do something today. So many bloody games, but the biggest thing for me, two big things for me from the Game Awards were the reveal, the announcement of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 being a Switch exclusive. When the Marvel logo came up, the Switch logo hit and the Marvel logo hit, and then it was revealed that it was Ultimate Alliance. I was blown away, not because I want to play Ultimate Alliance, but because the Marvel Square Enix project was rumored to be Ultimate Alliance 3, and I did not want that game to be Ultimate Alliance 3. On my Instagram page, as soon as that happened, I posted up and I said this exact thing. That game needs to be so much more. Square Enix is one of the biggest game developers, game publishers on the fucking planet, and for them to pick up this franchise with Marvel and the Avengers, they said it was going to be this massive new ongoing thing, and for them to have just picked up an existing franchise and the style of game that Ultimate Alliance is, and to just run with that I did not want that to happen at all, and I'm so happy that the rumors are wrong, and we're still yet to see anything about what the Square Enix Marvel Avengers project is, but it's going to be amazing. Like, Square Enix is my favorite publisher, hands down, because I love the Final Fantasy series to no end. But yeah, so I'm very hyped for this game now. And the Russo brothers came on as presenters for the Game Awards yesterday, which I was really psyched about. They came in and they presented our best ongoing game, I think it was, which is kind of fitting because of the ongoing universe of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Was with these ongoing games, it sort of fits. And they made their little joke of saying there was originally 10 nominees in this category, and then they asked us to nominate, and it turned into 5. So that was a nice little nod to their work there. And I really thought with the Russo brothers coming out, they were going to announce something. I thought they were going to be there to announce the Marvel Avengers Square Enix project. That would have been fucking amazing if the directors of the Avengers movies were the ones to announce the Avengers game. I would have lost my mind about that. But they didn't. There was no tasty nugget from the Russo brothers. I was very disappointed about. But then, of course, several hours later, the Marvel fucking Avengers Endgame trailer dropped, and it was fantastic. I have not enjoyed a trailer so much. This was the absolute perfect movie trailer, and they could not have done this any better because they revealed fuck all. They did not have any of the snapped characters come back. They didn't show any of that. They didn't show Captain Marvel, how she ties in, because we haven't even seen the Captain Marvel movie yet, which is really great. We know she's going to be in there, but we don't know how or why or when. The two big things that they did, three big things that they did. If you know anything about the Marvel comic books, you know about the character Rescue, and that's basically Pepper Potts in an Iron Man suit. But at the start of the trailer, Iron Man, Tony Stark, is sitting there talking about how he's lost in space with no hope of rescue. And so my spirit animal, my hero, my shining light in this dark, dark world, Kevin Smith, already put up his review of the trailer, and he's saying that Rescue is a nod. He thinks Pepper Potts as Rescue is going to be the one to go and fish Tony out of space and bring him back to Earth to help the Avengers. I fucking hope that's true. That's going to be amazing. All we know is that the Avengers have a plan. The rumor is, of course, they're going to be going back in time. When they're talking about the plan, Cap has his little pocket watch with a picture of picture of his fucking girlfriend from Cap 1. Kill me, I can't remember names today. I just can't. Peggy Carter. He's got his little pocket watch with the photo of Peggy Carter, and she's dead, she's back in time watch, all little nods to it. So if they go back in time, that'll be really interesting to see how they do that and what they're going to do with it. And then there was, of course, Hawkeye is back in his Ronin suit. I had no idea who this whole Ronin thing. Another mate of mine clued me in when I shared the video on Facebook, and he's like, oh my god, Ronin. I'm like, what Ronin? Who Ronin was it in there? And he's like, no, it's Hawkeye's like alter ego sort of thing. Like a couple of people use the mantle of Ronin sort of thing. It's like a Red Hood. But yeah, it's really cool, like with the sword after he kills some Japanese dude or some Asian dude. People think he might be a Kree, tying in with Captain Marvel movie and stuff like that. But he looks fucking badass, and it's so good to see Hawkeye back, missing from the last Avengers movie. He looks so fucking sad and depressed. I'm thinking his family got taken out in the snap, And then, of course, we had the title reveal, Endgame, which is a fantastic title. The Russo brothers saying the title of Avengers 4 was going to be something that somebody had said in a previous movie. I saw that and I thought, Endgame. It has to be Endgame, When Doctor Strange went out with the snap, he's like, we're in the Endgame now. And I was like, that has to be it. That's the fucking title right there. And so many other people thought that as well, and it came out Endgame, and was just fucking, yes, Avengers Endgame, because this is the Endgame. It is, we win or we lose in this movie. That's the Avengers. We win or we lose. It's the end of the game, and this is the final result. The clock's ticking down. We're gonna, it's the last battle, the last movie, the last encounter. It is the Endgame. And post trailer, the end bit of the trailer, after the title reveal, we got Scott Lang knocking on the front door of the Avengers compound, which is absolutely fantastic. Also raises the question of how did Scott get out of the quantum realm after the Ant-Man and the Wasp, because if you watched the end credits, and if you go and watch an MCU movie and you don't stay till after the credits, you need to check your priorities. I'm sorry, because some of the best stuff happens there. I know we all got burned with Howard the Duck after Guardians of the Galaxy, and when Captain America came out after Spider-Man Homecoming and gave us all a big middle finger, which was hilarious. I will never be angry about that. We didn't get that tasty nugget that we normally get, but it was fucking hilarious. It's so much better than the Howard the Duck one. And of course, Guardians made up for it in Guardians 2 when they did like 4 fucking post-credit scenes, but which are now all spoiled because James Gunn is gone, and we may not even get Guardians 3, which is a big fucking bummer. But let's not talk about that one right now. But yeah, Scott Lang, Ant-Man knocking on the front door, Cap being like, "Is this old footage? Is this a pre-recorded video?" And Black Widow's like, "It's the front door. He's at the fucking front door." And so Scott Lang, Ant-Man with quantum realm technology possibly might just be coming to save the fucking day, which is awesome. I'm so happy. Again, they brought back Hawkeye and they brought back Scott, Ant-Man, both missing from Avengers Infinity War, which was a bit of a bummer, but if it all works with the fucking story, I'm all the more happy for it. So Avengers Endgame, you know, it's basically going to be around all the original Avengers: Iron Man, Cap, Thor, Hulk, Widow, and Hawkeye, along with Captain Marvel, Ant-Man. I think Rhodey was left after the snap. I think that's about it, really. Rocket should still be on Earth. And Nebula, of course, is in with Tony in space. And yeah, Pepper as rescue, probably. They might bring in, you know, 1 or 2 new ones. It'll be very interesting how they do bring everybody back. If they bring everybody back, they do have to bring back certain people. You know, like Scarlet Witch is supposed to be having a series with Loki on the new Disney Marvel streaming service. You know, we got Bucky and Falcon, who were both lost to the snap. They're supposed to be having a series. Spider-Man Far From Home, he's got to come back. You know, there's a lot that they need to do. There's a lot of people they need to bring back. How they're going to do it, if by reversing time or gathering the Infinity Stones and reversing the snap or something. Don't know how it's going to happen, but it's going to happen and it needs to happen, and however it happens, it is going to be absolutely awesome. There is, as much as this game is about Brendan Plays Games, it's my video game channel, there is absolutely no video game I am more hyped for than I am for Avengers Endgame. As much as I love video games, the MCU is just insane. And it's one of the big reasons why I'm super hyped on this Marvel Avengers project. If it's, you know, and it's supposed to be around a shared universe, if it's going to tie into the Marvel Spider-Man game for PS4, which was fantastic as well. I played the shit out of that. I platinumed that in a week, which a lot of people did. But it was my second ever platinum, so I'm proud. It was the first one I ever set out to platinum. I platinumed Horizon Zero Dawn. I finished the story on that. I only had like 3 trophies left. I'm like, I'll go get myself. Whoops. Yeah. I was like, I'll go get myself a platinum. And then I went and got the platinum. But the first game I ever set out to platinum was Marvel Spider-Man, and I got that. Anyway, yeah. So that's my little rant. I needed to get that off my chest. Thank you anybody who watched. If you got your own opinions on the Game Awards, any of the upcoming trailers of all of the games that they announced, there are so many games that they announced. I didn't have anything written down. I'm driving in my car right now. I'm heading to school to do a little open day thing for NYFA, New York Film Academy, the acting school I go to, because, you know, I want to be an actor one day. I want to be in something like the MCU, and voice acting in video games is a big one on my list. I'd love to be, you know, I'd love to win the voice acting performance award at the Game Awards. That would be fantastic. But yeah, if you got any opinions on the Game Awards, any of the upcoming games, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you know, you want to tell me your first platinum, go for it. I'm all ears. Anything, you know, hit me up in the comments. Just say hi. Any new subscribers? I know I've got 6 at the time of recording this, and they're pretty much all just my own family and friends. Anyway, like I said in my Pokemon Let's Play, I'm not expecting to be the next big, you know, YouTube streamer or anything like that. I'm just doing this for a bit of fun. But you know, it's nice to get some views and to get some subscribers. You know, it makes me feel good. Makes me feel like people are enjoying my content. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Brendan Plays Games, and next video we will be playing some games. Thanks. Bye.